we do start with international breaking news this morning. The German parliament voting to approve just a little while ago reconnaissance aircraft and troops to the Middle East. That will help in the fight against ISIS. Up to 1,200 German soldiers would be deployed to support the international coalition fighting the Islamic State. As we learn more about this, though, we will bring you the very latest details. We now know the name of the woman who was hit and killed overnight in Goodlettsville. Investigators say Diane Glass was walking across Dickerson Pike when she was hit by a dump truck. We're told she was not in a crosswalk, and no charges will be filed against the truck driver. New this morning, disturbing allegations involving date rape drugs and a man facing some serious charges. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres is live at the Criminal Justice Center. And Matthew, you've been talking about this substance that apparently does this date rape drugs. I've never heard that it's in a liquid kind of form like that.
Yeah, it's called GHB, which is a depressant. Materials to use. You can certainly do it. It's a odorless drug, which makes this even more dangerous, knowing the effects that it has on people. Whether it's a small dose or a large dose of GHB, you can have slow heart rates, even up to an overdose, depending on what is put there. So a small amount can have a big effect. So let alone 1.5 gallons of GHB. That is what police found in the home of 38-year-old Joshua Shannon. Madison police executed a search warrant last night, and they found that GHB in 3 containers in his room. It's also, again, is commonly known as a date rape drug. They also found, get this, nearly 460 grams of methamphetamine in his bedroom. And to give you an idea, that's just a little over a pound of meth. There were also pills and other drug paraphernalia. And according to the arrest warrants I pulled up this morning, all of this with the intent to sell, manufacture, or deliver. So again, 1.5 gallons of GHB, also deemed as a drug, date rape drug. Shannon is still here in Metro Jail this morning, now being held on a $180,000 bond. Reporting live, I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
That's scary stuff. Matthew, thank you. Happening right now. The search is still on for this missing woman from the Clarksville area. Naira Edwards was last seen at her home Wednesday morning. She's 72 years old. She may be driving a gray 2009 Nissan Maxima. If you've seen her or a car matching that description, give the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department a call. You see the number right there on your screen. Well, pretty soon we're expected to learn more now. The names of those 2 soldiers killed in that Fort Campbell helicopter crash earlier in the week. Their Apache chopper taking part in routine training missions when it went down several miles south of the post Wednesday night. The cause of the crash is still under investigation. The Army is now temporarily grounding all aircraft in active duty units following that chopper crash. The safety stand down will last for the next couple of days while soldiers review the safety and training procedures. Again, we should get the names of that pilot and co-pilot that were killed a little bit later this morning. Federal investigators are now analyzing computers and other electronic devices as they now try to find out what led to a married couple to open fire, killing 14 people and injuring more than a dozen others at a holiday office party Wednesday in California. Chris Martinez is in San Bernardino with the very latest.
As thousands gathered at a candlelight and prayer vigil last night to remember the victims killed in San Bernardino, the focus turns to what motivated Saeed Rizwan Farouk and his wife Tashfeen Malik to execute mass murder.
We are in so much shock.
Sarah Khan and her husband Farhan were related to the suspects who died in a shootout with police.
I can never imagine my brother or my sister-in-law doing something like this, especially because they were happily married. They have a beautiful 6-month-old daughter.
Investigators say Farouk traveled to Saudi Arabia and Pakistan last year and returned with Malik, who came to the U.S. on a fiancé visa. While the couple was not on any terror watch list, law enforcement sources tell CBS News Farouk had been in contact with people both in the U.S. and overseas with possible ties to terrorism.
What it adds up to me was that this is a guy who was probably radicalized by either ISIS or Al-Qaeda.
Officials recovered thousands of bullets and more than a dozen pipe bombs inside the couple's home. CBS News has learned those devices were made from Christmas tree lights and radio-controlled toys.
Clearly they were equipped and they could have continued to do another attack. we intercepted them before that happened.
Authorities are now searching for the person they say legally bought 2 military-style rifles used in the massacre. Chris Martinez, CBS News, San Bernardino, California.
A law enforcement source says the suspect's explosive devices are nearly a carbon copy of bomb constructing instructions that had been provided in an Al-Qaeda magazine. Closer to home now, the debate over gun shows at the Nashville Fairgrounds is heating back up today. The Fair Board voted on a temporary hold Tuesday, as we reported, because of safety concerns at the fairgrounds. Now, council member Steve Glover says the decision may have violated Metro Charter, and he's filing a resolution asking the board to change its mind.
We are setting ourselves up for a potential lawsuit that could cost millions of dollars, and I'm not willing to stand on the sidelines and let that happen.
The gun show scheduled for this weekend will go on as planned. The Tennessee Firearms Association sent an email to all of its members encouraging them to support that show. Here's a live look at Public Square Park from our Skycam right there. You can see the tree kind of peeking behind the building right there. Well, the switch will be flipped on the city's Christmas tree today. News Channel 5's Kimberly Davis is down there right now with the very latest, and should be a really fun night down there, Kimberly.
Yes, it should be a really fun event, but people need to come here early so they don't miss out on all the fun. The event starts at 6 o'clock, but it'll only last about an hour, and that's when Mayor Megan Barry will flip the switch, lighting this Christmas tree. All the holiday cheer kicks off here at Public Square Park. There will be lots of food, music, and hot chocolate. Country music star Jana Kramer will also be here with the Predators mascot Nash and other special guests. And that fun continues tomorrow. Kramer is the Grand Marshal for the 62nd annual Nashville Christmas Parade. Now, this is a live look at our Skycam over Broadway where the parade kicks off. The parade begins at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Several streets will be closed downtown for the event. This year's parade will have a new route. The parade will start at the intersection of 8th Avenue and Broadway, heading east down Broadway to 2nd Avenue North, crossing over the Cumberland River and ending at the base of the Woodland Street Bridge. Now, there will be several closures on Broadway, so make sure you keep a heads up and watch News Channel 5 for all those closures, but the street should open up around noon. Once again, the tree lighting kicks off at 6 o'clock. You don't want to miss it. For now, we're live at downtown Nashville. I'm Kimberly Davis, News Channel 5.
All right, down at Public Square Park. Thanks so much, Kimberly.